So, this is me, lazy teacher, trying to engage my students with activities they like, activities that are meaningful for them, because what I want most from my students is to enjoy learning. And of course, I want to enjoy teaching as well. My name is Kornelia Lohynova. Now I just read that some people can't see anything, but I hope you can. My name is Kornelia Lohynova. I am a teacher of hotel management and geography of tourism at Hotel Academy. It's a vocational school in Bratislava, Slovakia. And I'm going to share with you my 5 plus 2 equals 1e. That is helpful for me these days. Well, a bit strange math maybe, but you know I am not a math teacher. So I have to say that it's not such a big problem for me to teach remotely, because I've been using Microsoft Office 365 tools for 5 years already, and Microsoft Teams for 3 years, and my students are used to it. So for me, having good relationships with students and parents with mutual respect and understanding has been always the most important task in my teaching career, and this approach now seems to pay off. So students and parents trust me, even though I am a lazy teacher. So what does it mean to be a lazy teacher? Probably you know the expression a lazy parent. It means that I don't do anything my students can do themselves. I believe that good teaching is about engaging activities so that students want to work. They want to learn. It really matters to them. And they work with my little guidance. Of course, it's not easy to be lazy. But I used this approach last year, and we are all happy with it. Because, as you can see, the worst enemy of learning is to be bored. And variety is the spice of life. So, what is my first E? When we teach traditional way, we, teachers, decide what is important to learn, when and how to learn, and we do most of the work. We prepare resources, educational videos, presentations. This is too much work for a teacher, and too much boredom for students, don't you think? But wouldn't it be better to teach students how to do this? Students should be active participants of their learning, and now in these times, well, especially now, it's really important. And that's why my very important first E is EduScrum. Maybe you already know this framework. Scrum comes from IT business, and it's applied in education as EduScrum. It's a framework for coaching students. Simply said, teachers have responsibility of what needs to be learned, and students' teams consist of autonomous students who collaborate to achieve the required learning goals. They decide how to achieve those goals. So it's not time now to explain this in detail. That's why you have this link in the presentation, and there is a guide to EduScrum, so you can just read it later on. I've been using this framework at school, so now it's not difficult for me to apply it also online, because we use collaboration space in Teams, Microsoft Teams. I can see every day what students are working on. They have their own Scrum board to show their progress. We can add Trello board and move activities from, as you can see, to-do part to in-progress part, and when they finish, they move activity to done. It's clear for me anytime what they are working on, and I can monitor their progress and give them feedback. So they are self-organized teams, and I'm there just to facilitate and support them. So what I usually do is giving them a driving question. It's like PBL style, project-based learning. We agree on learning outcomes, and then they work. Of course, in the end, I'm responsible for the evaluation together with team masters. It's really a great way how to support student agency. And I've been talking about Microsoft Teams, so just a quick overview. I've created a team for every class and subject. So every team has a space where all conversations, files, meetings, collaboration space, and also many other edit applications are in one place. So students can download Teams application and have everything in their mobile phones anytime they need. But for students who are not so agentic yet, I use this very simple model of teaching that consists of 5 phases, like 5E. First step is to spark curiosity, to engage students. I encourage them to ask questions at the beginning of the topic. So what they want to know more about the topic. And we do this normally in class too. So now we use online tools like TriFeather, which can be added directly to Teams. Again, culture of asking questions, unfortunately, it's not very developed in Slovakia. People are even afraid to ask questions. So I believe that school should be the right place to do it and to teach a student to do it. What else we do is brainstorming ideas. So I ask them, what do they think, what do they know so far, and so on. And again, I can add tools to collect answers, like directly again to the teams. Then I let them find answers on their questions and on my questions too. It's also possible to use WebQuest. Probably you've heard about it. It's a nice way really to motivate students to explore. And again, Microsoft Teams enable us to embed forms with questions for WebQuest, for example. And in the next step, explain, I like using Flipgrid, because this way I can really see what students have learned and they can explain to each other and learn from each other. But if they prefer a different way to show me what they have learned, of course I let them choose. Choice boards are always here for them and for me. They can also record the audio, for example, in Teams, only for me to hear it in part of their homework, or write an article or whatever. In this step, it's also time to meet online, where lazy teacher finally starts working, if they need, of course, my explanation. If not, anyway we meet. We meet online because we need to be connected, to communicate together. And also I clarify what is not clear. But we have also chats, of course, in Teams, and they know that they can reach me with anything and anytime. And now we move to another E. It's important for me to know how students understand the topic, so they can choose how to prove their understanding and knowledge. And in this step they apply what they have learned. They go deeper and they create something. I give them, for instance, the role of a manager of a hotel in my lesson, and they need to persuade employees about, well, whatever the topic is. What I like, and they do too, is creating quizzes and online games. But don't forget that I don't create that. My students, of course, create quizzes and games. They do it individually or as a group for other groups, and then we play them. For evaluation, I use only formative assessment. I praise students for their efforts. I don't punish their mistakes. If they do any, then I send them feedback to review their work and correct it. And then I give them badges or points. Everything can be done within Teams platform. And I set deadlines for each 5 steps, these steps that I show you. But I set multiple deadlines. In case some students are not connected, I don't punish them for not meeting deadlines. But they just have to give me the reason, because it's just a matter of trust. And my next very important E is e-twinning. Don't forget to use this great platform. Don't forget to stay connected with your partner countries and also colleagues from around Europe. There are so many possibilities that e-twinning offers to us. Now is a great time to apply project-based learning with e-twinning. And to fight with stress, it's recommended to learn new things. So you can stay connected and learn and get inspired, get this inspiration, get inspired from e-twinners. So you can become a member of any e-twinning featured group. And I would like to invite you to join my group, Entrepreneurship in Education. And that is the last E I am talking about. This 5E plus EduScrum plus eTwinning project, this everything together is a way how to develop entrepreneurship competences. By the way, if you want, you can join our April challenge for fighting with climate change. And on Monday, you are invited to join an expert talk with a very inspiring entrepreneur and lecturer, Markus Orlowski. I've been at his lecture and his presentation at one conference, and he was really great. So it's time to finish my talking, but I would like to remind you one important thing. All we need is kiss now. So your first kiss was probably short and simple. So this situation is new for us, and we do remote teaching first time probably. So keep your activities, tasks, and instructions short and simple. Step by step it will be more sophisticated and we will improve, like in kissing. And also I would like to put really maybe stress that a kiss represents for me a need to be kind to each other, to support each other. Also students and parents. Best protection are endorphins. Have peace in mind, laugh a lot, take care of your well-being and also well-being of families and students. Enjoy this time as much as possible. There are always many positive aspects in every negative situation. At least I can wake up at 8 a.m. every morning. So sending you virtual e-hugs and e-kisses, and don't forget to keep balance. So thank you.